Well, I'll let you guys continue your readings for a bit, but I'm going to go check how my beautiful wife is doing. Ah, as expected. Not saying anything slightly of your skills, Vanity, but I will say very well done. This is going a very good chess game. Well, I suppose was.
Been over now, so I'm just chatting now.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Melia's hand and over our telekinetic link, a telepathic link. Sorry, one word.
Roll melee into the ocean.
Yeah. Um. Magic. Check the bugs.
Eh, sure, fine. What? Why?
Getting a bad vibe.
Okay. Sure.
Seem influenced, I'll say. And continuing on, so it doesn't look like we're transferring any thoughts back to each other. I mean, if you would like a little bit easier of a component, I'm nowhere near the brilliant mind that my wife is. I can try to step in and try to go for a game.
Oh, well, I wouldn't mind another one.
Absolutely.
I just know when I'm beat.
Melia goes over and places a hand on, just like taps Vandy on the shoulder and using her own touch telepathy says, "He is trash. You will easily beat him."
Good old Rock. Nothing beats Rock.
Ben he just grins and goes, "Okay, if you're ready, Mr. Meadowmuse."
Oh God. I'll go over here then.
Have things been going well for you, though? He's going to make small talk throughout the entire process.
Yep.
Vandy seems a much more competent opponent now. Oh, things have been going good. The Dawnlight Library's been, well, we've had a few travellers over winter, but we're getting to the months where we'll have a few more travellers.
I haven't been too harassed by my wife. I know she's a bit of a glutton for breeding.
Oh no, it's been fine. We always appreciate that people come and read our books.
Oh,
After all, they're there to be read.
How'd that piece get there? Anyways,
She smiles.
Yeah, I'm on autopilot playing chess, not really playing chess. I'm more having a conversation.
Yeah, fair enough. She may be sort like halfway recognize that, oh, you're just kind of here to have a conversation. Yeah, it follows suit a bit. Mm-hmm. Slows down with her goings just to have a nice conversation. What about you? Has business been good?
Business has been swamped, I'll say. Yeah, pardon the pun, but we've had a few problems. A recent little bit of a dig my wife was doing. She requested a bit of help from myself and a little bit of vanity. I figured I had it. May have made the wrong call, tried to lift something a wee bit too heavy for Nook, and, well, a few things took a tumble. And now we're just trying to piece things back together.
That's unfortunately the way things go sometimes.
Yeah, well, some things happen when this place is a bit of a cheese block with how many tunnels have been dug through it, and given the big lighthouse thing, as well as the kobolds and stuff like that. As it's all Swiss cheese. Just saw things tumble down into a big pit, and I didn't hear it go crash at the bottom, so I assume it was a fairly deep fall. I at least know where it is.
As you mentioned, the godlight, she just kind of glimpses up at the ruins, where the ruins would be, frowns a little bit, then looks back to it again. I see. Yes, the tunnels are quite a big problem, wouldn't you say, Mayor Osif? As he kind of breaks off from his conversation with Laura. Oh yes, if you notice any of the tunnels, please do let us know. We've been trying to get those sealed up. It's such a hazard for the town.
It's a bit outside. The one I know of is a bit outside of town. I'm not sure it's a huge, pressing issue for you all. But if I see any more in town, I'll let you know.
Yes, please do. That's good to know that there's not another one. Well, another one in town.
Yeah. Oh, wait, shit. Is that check?
I believe it might be.
I can get out of it this way. Okay, but I'm just sort of stalling for time here.
Well, chess is supposed to be a military game of sorts. Stalling for time is a valid tactic as long as you have something to stall for as she moves another piece.
Not sure I do. You see.
That is the unfortunate part of chess.
Yeah. But I'm sure there's currently nothing terribly important going on with the Gauntlet thing at the moment. Sure, it's been, a bit eerie, of course, but I think that's just mostly due to the fog fading when summer's rolling around, right?
Perhaps.
It's a little bit more
Of course, there are all
noticeable.
the will-o-wisps out there, so they could be, I don't know, making weird colors or something up there.
That also could be true, but I don't know much about that personally. I kind of said that ominously, didn't I?
Yes, yeah, it was kind of a little bit of a bomb to drop in the middle of a chess game, I'll be honest.
I'm more being overwhelmed by the fact that you're thrashing me in chess. Not sure. Did my wife give you any tips?
No, I like to practice in my free time. Also,
Fair.
you're quite the flatterer.
I am. I mean, it's very cheap for me to do, and it makes people feel good. So why not just give it out?
That's true. Just be careful to know that the more something is given away, typically the value tends to drop.
I'll keep that in mind. Good advice. Then that's checkmate.
I'm afraid so. Still, I've enjoyed the game. Thank you for it.
Yeah, no problem.
As Rind kind of calls over, Mr. Meadowmuse, would you mind coming over now?
Absolutely. I mean, not that I would mind. Yeah, you get what I mean.
Meanwhile, Tinder.
Yes, he wandered all the way up to the drinking table.
Well, others have been playing chess and hearing ominous bug omens. Magali looks down. Oh, hello. Are you down for a drink?
Good evening. I'm just seeing what you have. I haven't really had the pleasure of visiting your abode yet. Abode,
Well, we do
tavern,
have
whichever.
It can be both. There are many taverns here in Otari, unfortunately and fortunately. I do pride myself on my drinks, after all. If you're looking for our usual fare, there is of course wine, mead, beer, all the usuals. If you're looking for a little bit more of a challenge, and there's a little reward involved, and you think you have a strong stomach, I can tempt you some of my special brews.
My stomach may not be the hardest out there, but I do enjoy sampling the local wares. I mean, I can get a mead or an ale at any town, any port. What makes this place special? That's what I want to try.
Well, then I've got some things for you to sample. As she, reaches in between the kegs and pulls out 3 bottles. We've got something that's a little bit weak here, a little bit stronger, and much stronger over here. And if you can drink all 3, I'll give you a prize. I do like to be impressed.
I make no guarantee about impressing, but we may as well give it a try.
It's your choice. These 3 drinks have different, still fortitude for 2, right? Not constitution.
Against poisons, I imagine it'd be fortitude.
Yeah, no, it's just because I'm used to 5e having weird names. Yes, there are 3 different drinks here, each with 3 different DCs. If you can drink all of them, as she said, price. It's your choice if you want to try the weakest, the medium, or the strongest first.
I'm going to assume the DCs get harder the more drunk you are, as well as the drinks, so I'm just gonna go straight for the strongest one and work my way down.
Okay then. As Tinder, you take the bottle, cock it open. There is an.
I pinch my nose because I'm sure this is going to fucking burn.
Yeah, even before you manage to pinch your nose and you open the bottle, there is immediately a strong scent of pepper.
Oh, sweet Jesus. I mean, pepper's not the worst. Okay. How much of this do I have to drink? The whole bottle or just the glass?
Just take a good swig.
Okay then. Swig.
Fortitude save, please.
21.
It burns, but it's not a burn that you're knocked down by, thankfully, as you manage to choke the drink down. Which, after it gets down there, it's not too bad. It's just everything before it and kind of during kind of sucks.
He has his swig, brings the bottle back down, coughs a few times, like when you drink a strong whiskey or something and you're not used to it. It's like, well, the taste is a bit different, but it gives that nice warmth inside, you know.
Yeah, it's supposed to wake you up. If you're
It will
looking for a good
certainly do
taste,
that, though it will also put you back down if you have too much.
yeah, if you're looking for a good taste, might I recommend this one? As she taps the middle one.
I take the middle one. Give it a bit of a sniff.
It's pleasantly minty.
Hmm,
But
you know, both of these
not
combined may taste not too bad. It'll take the edge off the pepper, but still give it that little bit of a kick. You totally
Well,
make
certainly-
peppermint by mixing mint and pepper.
Yes, of course.
Today, the invention of schnapp.
It's like mixing energy drinks with what is it, depressant alcohol, and it's like it's supposed to be bad. Yeah, you. This isn't actually that bad. Well, it doesn't have like the it burns of the pepper. It's definitely it's definitely decently strong. Both the mint flavor's not too half bad. What do you think? Good? Bad?
Chug, sets the bottle back down. I was like, yeah, that's not too bad. I could see myself having more of that at some point.
Oh, good. As she quickly pulls out like a little notepad and writes a note on it. Good. Okay. And the last one.
Pops the cork, has a snuff. Off.
There's faint hints of honey.
Honey, possibly sweeter. Okay. Chug. Apparently, I just get better
You're
the
a
more drunk
fucking
I am.
brick house. Good luck.
The more drunk I am, the better I get.
And you're not particularly drinking enough to make you drunk. Though this drink is certainly odd in the fact that when you kind of expected a liquid, you get something more akin to like
Like a syrup.
almost like properly like honey itself. But there's alcoholic undertones to it.
Yeah, this one takes a bit of effort to swallow, not because it's strong, but because it's a fucking syrup.
It just takes time. You're
He-
like kind of.
He's that moment where you give a dog peanut butter and they spend the next 10 minutes just licking the roof of their mouth.
Pretty much. She goes, I was thinking that people who don't have like good strong necks, like they're bad at swallowing, so I made this.
No, yeah, 1 second. Yeah, that's quite pleasant. Takes a bit to swallow though.
Yes, I did get told that it's a bit unethical to make medicinal alcohols.
Should be spread on toast.
I mean, maybe. Well, good job. You didn't vomit everywhere. Tamley just kind of looks across her. Tamley just kind of looks a bit relieved.
Yeah, for a moment he looks slightly worried that happens more often. No, when it happens often enough for that to be a concern, now it's like, what did I just drink?
She pulls out another little bottle. If you're ever in need of some alchemical work done, I have my own little side business that I do. Here's a free sample. It's a
Oh,
good job.
thank you.
It's a job well done. As she gives you a lesser cheers elixir.
Sweet.
Racist.
I mean,
Yeah, I didn't
totally
realise- I
racist, but...
Yeah.
I mean, if he looks offended, or if he is offended by potential racism, he doesn't look it. He looks appreciative of the prize.
It's just the elixir's name, Pippi.
I know it is.
And enjoy your free gold elixir.
But yes,
Megaloy is going to look back at this time with such second party embarrassment. Like, oh my god, I gave a cheetah's elixir. Fuck, it's 3 years. It's going to take 3 years to get over it.
Yeah, so this could come in quite handy. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoy it. Though it looks like your friend is waving you over, as I imagine Tinder turns around and Ren's kind of waving in the air.
Yes, we had some business. I best get to it. I'll
Have a
see
good
you again
night.
soon.
As Megaloy whips you off.
My mouse is so broken. Come on, let me move. There we
Please
go.
get a new mouse. I'll buy you a new mouse.
I don't know what's going on with it. It just sometimes it double clicks. Sometimes I'll be holding the button and it'll just release by itself.
As Rin looks around. Okay, we're all gathered now. And, well, you can see clearly that something's going on at the Gauntlet Ruin. And to that point, Some of you are seasoned adventurers. Others of you have, well, been there recently, at least in regards to who else has been there. And some of you I just know for your skill, as she nods to Lamine. Or Lamine, rather. Some sure I'm butchering the name. If you would accept, I would essentially be taking you on in this adventurer's contract. I will pay you in the form of allowing you to take something from my shop to go investigate the ruins.
Now, is this upon return, or is it on the way out?
This would be after, well, reporting to me what is causing that, the feeling, the strange, yeah, after discovering what the source of the strange energy is.
I don't suppose there's a chance for a forward pay. After all, we are investigating this thing. It's known for having monsters around, and a little bit of a hazard forward fee to get us a little bit prepared for it. Not that Caden seems like he needs it; he's all ready.
So then, care to roll me a diplomacy?
Absolutely. I'm gonna actually. I'm a charming fuck. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Hero boy.
Yeah, it's better.
That's moderately more charming. Bryn just smiles and goes, I don't think I'll be giving you a forward on that, but I do have a little something, because I don't care to see any of you hurt. I do have a little something as a parting gift for you going up there. She pulls out a pouch and pushes it forward. Inside is a couple of antidotes and a couple of healing elixirs.
Good enough.
This should
that's
probably
pretty
be
good.
useful for the Fogfen.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Yeah, fans kind of follow that kind of stuff.
We greatly appreciate what you can provide.
How the fuck you spell elixir? God damn it.
In the meantime, while J-Mac's fucking with that, I'm gonna tap Amelia on the shoulder and over telepathy, gonna say, "Did you see any form of magic on the bugs?"
Haven't looked yet.
Does
Haven't had
Melee
a
wish to look
chance.
now while people are a bit distracted?
Yeah, sure. I guess, read aura is probably the best thing. Best way to, is it read aura?
Read aura specifically against like a thing, so I guess you can look
Yeah,
at a bug
so
and
I guess-
scan it.
Yeah, I'll scan a bug with read aura.
Sure,
Because,
you
yeah,
can
I
find
think
like a weevil on the floor.
Right.
Let's see, read aura. Any form of check associated with that. Inherently. You focus on the target object, opening your mind to perceive magical aura when the cast is complete. Okay, you do cast the spell on the bug and it does not appear magical.
Now, magic bugs.
If you don't mind, I would like to take one of the bottles of healing. Free game on the rest of the stuff. Nook occasionally gets beaten up, and so do I. Small stature and all that.
You mean you get beat up when Nook gets beat up?
I got to keep him going. Look, I'm sure if you saw Corgo get beat up, I'm sure you would be also just as upset as I would be.
Well, yeah, because I'm not magically bound to him to heal his wounds.
Why not? I know you can. You have it written down
No, I
in one of your books.
can't.
Can't?
No, that's not in my wheelhouse.
Well, I can heal. I know a little bit of healing magic, so if you want to have I'll take one. I'll take one of the antidotes, but
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
feel free, Everett. Yeah, I'll take him. I've already got him. I got me an antidote right here, so. And hey, if you guys can heal, then I shouldn't need a potion.
As that's what, one healing potion claimed, one antidote claimed.
Well, I'm in a similar boat to Caden in that I do have some very minor healing myself, so I don't desperately need the other healing potion.
I definitely do not need any of the healing stuff, so they can go to someone else.
I don't want to be bold, but I guess, does that mean that I get both?
I have no issue with you holding onto them and using them as required.
Okay, that works for me.
I can also give it to May so she can ferry it to people if they need it. Because it's always an option too.
That'd be useful. Normally I'd let Corgo do something similar, but he's kind of... I kind of just stick with him anyway. Most of the time anyway.
That's not really Corgo's thing. Corgo is more of a people person, not really much of a, He's kind of a couch potato. Not to offend him, though.
He goes pretty quick whenever he needs to,
When he needs to. Otherwise, we kind of got him originally for being like a guard dog. It's not his strong suit.
Right. Anyway, I don't expect you to obviously go out there tonight, but well, unless you wish to. But otherwise, enjoy your evening. You know where to find me, and should you ever need any other supplies, feel free to come by my shop.
Yeah, it's no problem.
I'll try and actually speak up this time and, get your attention.
Uh,
Well, just bring Corgo. I'm sure I'll notice him next time.
Oh, that's a good
Red
point,
just looks
yeah.
at Corgo, bothering the old lady. Getting pats from the old lady.
All dogs instinctually know that old ladies give the pets.
It's true.
and treats.
And
Mhm.
Corgo just sort of wanders around people. You know what?
Ren, but before we take off, can you fill me in with a little bit of a story?
Yes. Well,
What do you know about like the, the previous powers of the said abode of the Gauntlet?
I'm not quite sure. It's been hundreds of years since then. I know the last occupant of the ruin, Belcora, was reported to be a cannibal of some sort. Perhaps some form of undead. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, wait, are we talking about the guy the Rose Guard beat?
The girl, yes.
Oh yeah. I have Lord Rose Guard.
You indeed have a Lore Rose Guard. Melee would in fact know a bit more. Or at least vague rumours of what she thinks is what the case is. Belcora had kind of a hate boner for, well, people, TM. There's actually a little children's rhyme about kids, be smart and don't go out late or Belcora will come and eat you, num num. So yeah, definitely a cannibal of some sort. Otherwise, digging deeper into Melia's big brain, oh god, I just got hand sanitizer everywhere. Let's put it to the side. It is fairly likely. Also, looking at the light and the feelings it kind of evokes in you, you think there might be some kind of spiritual magic going on up there. Though you'd need to get closer to actually confirm that.
Spooky.
Not
Stuff
to
going on.
throw in a
Also-
bit of a damper on the mood in your recent misadventure with reading Caden's fortune, I guess.
A little bit more in tune to things that matter in terms of that sort of ghosty light. Yeah, I get pretty good vibes from things. I talk around. Most things just seem to think of it eerie. That bug wasn't. Something's driving him a bit bonkers, I'll say. Don't know if you know anything about that, per se.
I don't. Well, the issue is, while my readings can tell the future in some regards, most of the knowledge that comes to me is through dreams, and unfortunately my dreams have been very quiet lately.
It's hardly a good sign.
No, though it's not necessarily a bad sign either.
Have
Though
you
if you've
tried
been
lavender?
hearing... I have not tried lavender.
We have we have a few in our back garden. We can get you some.
I mean, perhaps I should try that. I suppose people do say that hallucinogenics and such do help with prophecies. Anyway, I'm not sure. The omens I've been reading in the stars, as much as I can reveal, there's a lot of ominous omens up in the future. There's something, someone, some things, I don't know. But there's a lot of attention on Otari, as well as just the Isle of Kortos in general.
Well, I see, local bugs are not really much for conversation. But all I've heard around the sort of watering circle is just the word soon. And, it's a bit disconcerting.
I'll see what I can find out more about this.
I'm more
Perhaps...
asking you to, I don't know, one of you two to cast, what's it called? Detect vibe? Detect...
Oh. Give me a second. As Rin reaches into well, fuck, it's not a purse. A pouch at her side, pulls out a small black marble, and begins to cast a spell, which anyone with detect magic can tell is pretty blatantly detect magic.
No.
I'm not sensing any magic coming from any of the insects nearby.
No, I think you're just hearing weird stuff from the bugs.
Oh, I mean, they do often say lots of weird things, but this is
You could just ask
different
them.
weird. You know what?
I know you
It's a good
yeah.
point. I'll go do that.
God
I'd like to use the diplomacy to gather information from the bugs.
Go for it. What specifically do you ask them? I suppose is a good question. As your opener.
Hey, see, I kind of got left off the memo. What is this soon you're all referring to?
All right, roll your diplomacy. But you do get a lot of soons. Before I start my ominous whispering. You do get a little bit more. Specifically, the more you listen to the bugs now that you're properly paying attention to the weird, ominous actions that they're performing, you hear a lot of soon they'll be here.
Oh, wait, getting a little bit more.
You do notice not all bugs are like this. There's very specific sorts of bugs that are like this. Namely, you find a lot of beetles, a lot of spiders seem to be fine. There's a lot of like, what the fuck are they called? They're like annoying ass flies at sea that like to eat seaweed. I'm just gonna call them sea flies. Sea flies seem to be like that. A lot of flying things seem to be whispering ominously.
Well, see, it doesn't seem to have gotten past the spiders. The person under the table doesn't seem to know anything about it, but the sort of the beetles, that big moth over there, they seem to all kind of be understanding what's going on. Flying bugs, mostly? Don't know if that means anything to any of you. Oh, wait. No. And I got they will be here. That's not very nice.
Well, your lot are investigating the gauntlet. I suppose I'll have to look into this. Question is, who do I even go ask?
Who?
We don't exactly have a bug expert. Oh, actually, that's a good point. Do you two have any links to the Fae around here?
Not really.
No. We kind of cut ourselves off. We kind of went on our own way. And
we cut ourselves off. We just left.
Yeah, and the few contacts that we do have, I got a few people I still know and would, be willing to talk to me, but mostly unseelie and are not very nice to sort of mortals because they're bitter. But
Yeah.
It's just, it's a matter of, they have a brand that they kind of have to maintain.
I mean, is there any potential the bugs are just doing this because they're, I don't know, bugs?
It seems different than normal bug. I would expect this kind of behavior from, like, ants and stuff like that. But, independent flying creatures having sort of this ongoing communal thought is not great.
Well, if you give a chance, perhaps it is a good idea to go talk to one of your contacts.
Oh, we'll see how that goes, but sure.
I mean, it might be worth leaving until something actually happens. As far as we know, bugs are acting strange, but what is regular behavior for a bug?
I mean, I can tell you, but kind of no bugs. Not the point. Anyways, sorry for bringing that on your table, but just thought I would, seem pertinent at the time.
I'll definitely look into it.
Thanks. But anything else you need to tell us about the Gauntlet situation? Or you just sort of take off tomorrow sort of deal?
Well, it's in your hands now. So,
all right, so let's prep and take off tomorrow.
Sure, we'll prep and take off tomorrow. Sound good with everyone else here?
Yes, sounds fine to me.
That sounds fine.
Question, where do we meet up?
Seems like a good place to any. We'll meet up at Ren's shop. Or just outside. That's where we've been staying.
Okay.
That's reasonable. The place we all know, at least.
Yep. Mm-hmm. There's a little bit of a path through the swamp that goes up to the Gauntlet. I think I know where it is. Don't quote me on that. It's a swamp. It sort of sludges around a lot. We'll see if we can retrace our steps.
And I suppose that's as good a place as any to end session. Well, of course, unless people do any more of the games. But
I would like to, but
yeah, you're free to go. But for now,
I
Vendel
mean,
does
just-
need. No, go ahead.
basically, I just want to, if the day's wrapping up, just do a little bit of performance with not AO.
Yeah, go for it. You can make some money,
It's totally AO.
and you're free to go talk to him. Actually, do champions get like evil sense? That's a good question.
No.
Okay.
Though that does
Actually,
now imply that not AO is evil.
Well, it's more like if you have it, you could check with it. I know what we're like for not using like detecty abilities.
No, as far as I'm aware, I don't get any detecty abilities.
Okay, I was actually wondering because up until now I hadn't really thought. Oh, I haven't noticed any actual detect like alignment things. Like, do those still exist?
They're uncommon.
Yeah, it turns out it actually does still exist.
Here you go then.
But yeah, uncommon. So weird.
Time to go look up that earning calculator again.
If he has an evil alignment aura, it also implies that he's at least 6th level. Oh, unless he's divine spellcaster, right? Never mind. It was just a
AO's just AO.
yeah.
No, the earn income calculator's broken.
Oh
You have to do it like a plebe.
no.
What a shame.
You could also just say a number.
Use the
27.
tables.
How generous are people here with tips?
If I'm given the table. Well, I guess also a quick question while I'm working with so what's Mr. Muse's form of performance?
Mr. Metamuse's form of performance is he has a little guitar.
Oh.
Plays, and he both plays guitar and sings.
You mean he has a ukulele?
Basically.
In which case, totally not able to take the chance to like, oh, I'm relieved from day. Bye.
So you.
That's it, you're stuck there now.
It's the performer's curse. He goes over to the gambling table.
Of course he fucking does.
What the fuck's that supposed to mean? Anyway,
I mean, him and Thalia's cleaned up gambling tables, and you know
I
it.
don't remember that.
Yeah.
It's been so long. It's been 17 years.
I will also say I have fascinating performance, but I will not currently use it.
Fair enough. In which case, I mean, it's a generous night. People are holidaying. I'll see you managed to make 8 silver.
Aw, lovely.
$1. If anyone else wishes to try some performance, maybe hobnob to make some money, feel free to also try. This is a good event for it. Also, ow. Just moved my glasses, and that did not feel good.
I have no performance.
Maybe that's the wrong Pippi. Anyway.
I am totally gonna jump on one of these logs though.
As you watch, the woman on the right, she's much more leaf than, well, the lankier looking teen in the middle is only just barely managing to stay almost. She's kind of just happily like, oh, this is just like a casual walk for me. As she just treads the log. Can I have an acrobatics, please?
You may. It's not the worst.
Wow, you're okay at it.
I have a +4. I'm trained, but only 1 dex.
Oof. As the teen does perhaps something a little bit malicious, but kind of like jumps up and down in his log and kind of really not really expecting goes whoop into water. And looks a bit
I do not
grumpily.
like this teen. I wish him great harm.
She gives him a bit of a stink eye before swimming ashore.
I will now use fascinating performance on the teen.
Oh god.
I was kidding.
What does this entail?
Basically, he now has a -2 to all of his checks, as long as he's non-threatened, which he isn't currently, because he's currently infatuated with me. And like, oh hey, look at that. Basically, I'm just going to turn on a little bit of that Fey magic stuff, basically get him distracted, so he has a chance to lose to our resident catfolk.
Fair enough, as suddenly his attention is just drawn southward, not even paying Tinder any mind. Another acrobatics check, please. He's at a -2, you said, yes?
Yes.
Yes, but let me take
Oh,
it.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Fair enough.
Ugh. I mean, that's still a 13. It's not a bad roll. It's just,
Yes, you have a -2 penalty on perception and skill checks. And you can't do anything with the concentrate trait.
Mateen sloop? Sploosh.
Hmm.
Falling into the water almost seems to knock him out of a fascinate, but he doesn't seem to have noticed that you've done anything magical to him at least, as he just kind of angrily swims ashore.
It's not magic. It's purely
just-
skill.
Okay then, fair enough then.
just that good at playing.
As he goes to warm up by the fire. Tinder, good news.
Mm-hmm.
There's not quite a reward for this, but there is technically a reward for this. You notice... No, wait, where's the arrow? You seem to have got someone's eye. As Aloria, over at the table with the three, just kind of smiles as she watches you, like, stay on while the other two just kind of whoop off.
Yeah, now the competition's ended, he looks oddly comfortable on there. He's keeping his balance really well. Partly because he was a deckhand in his background. He's used to being on ships. He's used to the way the ocean moves.
Probably helps. Yeah, part of that, part also cat.
Yeah. I mean, he's not a dexterous cat. He only has a +1 dex. But he has boat experience in this situation. Yeah.
Does deckhand actually give something for that?
It gives you trained in acrobatics, sailing lore, and the catfall skill.
Yeah,
Which reduces the full height, basically.
Yeah, not really applicable here. I was just wondering if it maybe gives something also to the balance, but I guess it technically gives acrobat.
Nah, I mean, in like the fluff for it, it says that you retain excellent sense of balance and quick reflexes, but that's basically saying you're trained in acrobatics.
Yeah. Okay then. But someone's taking notice of you. Oh, well.
It's a pity you brought the armor, or I'd challenge you to a match, Caden.
Caden looks out over it. Well, next time?
Next time.
I would offer, but it wouldn't be much of a challenge for me.
What if we got you a really small log?
I believe you mean a twig.
Yeah.
See, sure, I guess, I suppose. I'm sorry, everybody, but I'm going to have to take a pause on the music. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to pause on the music. Sure. Bring me said branch. As I will just carry over my lyre.
I'm assuming we can find a suitably sized branch, twig, etc., and tie it to the rest of the logs.
Sure, you can find an appropriate branch. Wait, hold on. I have a branch, I'm sure.
Caden will run to get one and come back with it.
I do indeed have a branch. Ew, it's so weirdly proportioned. There you go.
Why am I under it?
Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it wrong. You're supposed to be on top of the branch. There you go.
Oh,
there you go.
I understand.
Well, acrobatics, please.
This is the point where I can cheat. But I'm not.
And you're welcome to join in, even though it's technically not the best.
I would like to fascinate performance Tinder.
Well, make a performance, because you have to beat his will DC.
I do. Oh, the fact that I'm balancing while performing is truly like, how the hell?
I mean, you still have to roll acrobatics, so we'll see.
It's still
all right.
19.
And I still beat you.
He did.
Yeah, it's a bit. It's almost like weirdly fascinating to watch someone do this, play a lyre while balancing on a twig, but you managed to stay on longer than Mr. Meadowmuse.
I got into the music a little bit too much.
I've been doing this for years as well. This is my jam.
I'll like reach a hand down from the dock to like pick you up out of the water.
Wait, how much does sprites weigh?
Probably very, very little.
I'm just thinking, because it's like all the cheese with Mage Hand.
Mage Hand would be a non-living object.
Oh good, they changed that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I got a little bit carried away into my own music.
Well, you you didn't do too badly. If you weren't quite so distracted yourself.
You're right. I kind of got into it a little bit too much. And thank you for the help, Caden. But you can put me down now.
I do so.
Thank you. I'll shake myself off and press prestidigitation, and all the water goes poof. splash.
And sorry, technically it doesn't have to be a non-living object, it has to be an unattended object, but people count as attended if they're conscious, so...
So we have to
Okay,
knock
so you
them
have to-
out first, and then we can mage hand them.
Yep,
I mean,
clearly.
I guess that's still useful if he's like drowning. Good to know.
I don't know.
Basically, if you wiggle at all, you break the mage hand.
Hope you don't move about too much in your sleep.
Although, sadly, can't mage hand even a dead person, or even like an unconscious tiny person, because their bulk is still 1.
Ah, yes.
Mage hand is only light bulk until much later.
Yeah, I mean, once you get it heightened, you can pick up a 1 bulk.
Yeah, that's true. Once you get to 5th level, you can pick up a tiny person with mage hand, as long as they're
Also-
unconscious.
Just checking. Did anyone claim the extra, the circulating elixir and lesser antidote?
I did. I grabbed both of them, and I guess I will be store man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Don't sell them.
I've made a text channel for party inventory.
I saw you did.
I'll
For once,
take
we
one.
may actually keep track of things.
I keep track of things all the time.
Useful things for the rest of the party.
I did that for Faith's Edge.
I know
I
you
started
did.
doing it towards the ends of Lost Legacy. Brain fart.
Huh.
Yeah, I think for now I'm going to call a close to actual session. If anyone else wishes to do any of the other challenges, I'll be setting up a little text chat, and I'm going to try and like be more active with the text chats, and more namely to like have some conversation from just people around going on, so you can potentially overhear rumors rather than just have people go roll for a rumor, you find rumor, which I think is a little bit boring.
Yeah. I mean, that's mostly what I was doing with the small talk, was just like, hey, rumor!
But this also gives me a little chance to think more about any rumors you might hear. But yes, that's a nice session 0.5.
Yeah, not a bad start.
People have met. And next week, we go explore the Gauntlet ruins.
Ruins, yay!